What's going on, y'all? This is MrLetGo, and today's show or tonight's show is the 5 reasons why he does not want you. It's a very important show right here because a lot of you have no idea why he doesn't want you, and you laying around in your bed wondering what's wrong with him, but possibly could be something wrong with you. Now, just for the record, um, I'm not the person that always runs around talking to women and saying something's wrong with them. I'm talking to the individual that thinks something is wrong with the other person. In most cases, it's you and not the other person, whether you're a man or a woman. Now, of course, the title says 5 reasons why he doesn't want you, but that's simply because the majority of my following is female. So, but this applies to men and women. So as you guys come in, hit the like button. All right, so like the video as y'all come in. Like the video as you come in. Like the video as you come in. All right, do what? All right, somebody else on Instagram. What me do? Okay, I don't know what that means. All right, so here we go. The 5 reasons why he doesn't want you. Hit the like button, y'all. I'm gonna get straight to it since it's late. Drop a comment, say what's up. The first thing I would say is possibly, no, I'm not gonna say the first thing yet. I'm gonna save the first thing. So the first thing, now that I've changed, the first thing is, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go straight for the jugular. The number one reason why you are having a existence or a situation or a life where you think men don't want you, or possibly you're a man and women don't want you. And when I say don't want you, I mean they just ain't feeling you and they keep pulling away from you. It's because you have separated yourself from your poom poom. You have separated yourself from your, I'm not going to say the male part, but you have separated yourself from it, okay? And this is a big issue. And this is for men and women. When you are somewhat living a life where you've literally separated you as a person from your sex, this is an issue. Let me explain. When you go out on a date, just as a woman, right? This happens with men and women, but as a woman, you go out on a date with a guy, right? You're just dating, you're single as a dollar bill, it's whatever, right? You're just single, right? And you start dating a guy and you really like him, right? But since you're single, there's another guy you're dating, but you're actually having sex with the other guy because he's your your ex, he's your friend. He's just that guy who just comes through, knocks you off, and goes home, right? But at the same time, you're looking for a mate, right? So you got this dude over here knocking you off, and you got this other dude over here dating you, right? What's up, Jeremy? So I want you to think about how this is two people, actually. You're one person with the guy that you're just having sex with, and you're a totally different person with the guy that you're going out on dates with that doesn't really know you. You're a totally different person. And in 2 different books that I've read, Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents as well as It Didn't Start With You. And that's the book we're going over presently. Because I have a coaching group, and me and the ladies in the coaching group, we are going over this in particular, this book. And they both talk about your role self. And I'll explain what the role self actually looks like as a child or as an adult. But let's look at as a child. As a child, you didn't necessarily feel heard. You had to be quiet, or you had to somewhat perform for your mom in order to get your mom's love or attention. So overall, you have to do something in order to get something as a child, right? It could be chores, it could be nice, it could be quiet, right? But you have to do something for the elders for them to actually give you attention, love you, or let you get away with stuff. So what ends up happening is, my favorite phrase, what ends up happening is you go through life as this role self, but the real you is totally different. Okay. So now fast forward to you being an adult. You are now an adult, and you are afraid to be your genuine self. So you're a little bit more agreeable than you really want to be. You're a little bit more easygoing than you really want to be, because you really have a voice. You really have some things that you want to say, some things that you want to get off your chest, but you don't feel accepted by just period people. So you stay in this nice, agreeable role self instead of being your real self. So now that you're grown and you're single, you're dating a guy and he's dating your role self. Okay. The nice, agreeable, smiley, everything is whatever person. And the guy that's just smashing you, the guy's just come over, getting what he wants, you getting what you want. He is getting the real you. He actually sees the real you and accepts the real you for all of your flaws. But the problem is, the man that's just smashing doesn't want you. He don't want you. So what does this do for your self-esteem? You're able to be your genuine self. Well, over here with the guy that's smashing and leaving, right? And it feels good to know that you be with somebody and they accept you for who you are. But it's confusing because you still are on a point where he don't want to be with you. So then you're dating this guy, this nice guy, but you are afraid to be yourself with the nice guy, or just the guy that's dating. The guy you smashing might be a nice guy too, but he just don't want you. So next thing you know, you're with the guy over here and he's taking you out on all these dates or whatever, but you're two different people with two different men. And what ends up showing up with the guy that you're dating is the real you. And you're so performative where when the real you comes out, it's scary, it's ugly, it's unattractive. You know what I'm saying? It's like one side of your hand and then the back side of your hand is totally different. And if somebody fell in love with this side of your hand, what's up, Terica? And then you turn around and you're now this side of your hand, it's different. Things are different. And this in particular has an effect on you. And this is male or female. We're just talking about a scenario with a female right now. Hold on, I got somebody over here. What's up, brother? What's going on? All right. Hold on 1 second. Hold up. All right, go ahead.
All right, yeah. So kind of just touching on something you mentioned earlier about men and women separating themselves, I guess personally from themselves sexually. Um, what do you think the leading cause to that is? Do you think it's more or less more than it ever has been, or do you think it's always been like this, but just in different ways?
Um, I'm not going to say something changed because I don't know. I don't know why we are just so addicted to like, oh my God, things are so different. Things have changed. Things aren't the same. It's the same old stuff. So that's the first thing I want to say. Nothing changed. It's just life, right? But the answer to your question is what has happened or what is happening is simply because we feel valued by what we can offer to the opposite sex. So if you got good sex as a guy, you're going to look at that as the main thing that you're going to offer. If a woman is she's sexy and all this stuff and she's really a butthole in real life, but she's sexy, she's going to lead with her sexiness because she has an understanding that this is what's going to potentially keep a man. But the problem is, in all fairness, she is going to come out and start talking, or you are going to come out and start talking, and she's going to look at you like, yo, why is you talking? Like sometimes you can date a woman that just wants you for sex, or a woman can date a man that just wants you for sex, and the sex is great. But every time you start talking, they just like, yo, why are you talking?
Right.
You ever dealt with that?
You think? Yeah, man. Like, and it's funny because I actually went through something recently like that. I just took a trip to Florida. I'm from New York, and I relinked up with like an old, friend of mine that lives over there now.
Yeah, make sure not to cuss. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, and we had a good time. We had a good time. Like,
you didn't cuss. You good?
Eat,
Uh-huh.
And it was weird because her vibe was actually, I guess, kind of masculine wise because we didn't really speak much afterwards. I mean, she made sure to make sure we can meet up again to have sex again.
Yeah.
But we're not really like speaking. You know what I'm saying? And I find that odd because typically the woman always wants to speak after sex.
Yeah.
So now it's this weird situation to where I feel like, oh, I got used. Like.
Yeah, so you understand, like she has separated herself from her sex. You feel me? She doesn't really want to be intimate with you or talk to you about different things. She just likes you. You feel me?
Right.
But how does that make you feel as a guy? You said you felt used.
You know what it was? I actually liked her. And it caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, at this point, you feel how you feel. So for me to try to alter your mind is just going to make it worse, if anything.
Exactly. You know exactly. Yeah. So that's the number one. We've separated ourselves from our sex. So it's like a woman can give her, like, as an example with you, right? She doesn't want you. Okay. She just, just for sex, right? She's going to be a totally different person with another guy.
Right.
So if y'all was in the same city and she was like, yo, I just want to see you once a week, every 2 times a week or whatever, right? And every time you get around her, she ain't really gonna want to talk to you, have a conversation. There's no depth to it or nothing like that. But y'all having sex. There's another guy that is getting all of what you want, which is the intimacy, the talking, like getting to know her, talking about her family, you know, because you like her, but he's getting that side of her. But at the same time, you're not getting that side of her, and he's not getting that side of her. She might be a whole freak with you. If they do have sex, she might be like, well, I don't usually do this. Well, no, I don't want to move too fast. And she hitting you like, you know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. And then men and women wonder why nobody really wants them. Because if you stay in that, you're gonna die inside, bro.
Yeah.
And men and women don't understand this. You're gonna die inside by waiting on something to potentially happen because they happen to call you a second or a third or a fourth time. You're like, ooh, they like me. They don't like you. They just want you for whatever it is that you're offering. So men have separated themselves from their sex, and women have separated themselves from their sex. You can have men and women talk. You know, I don't want to say the word, but I just want, you know, or a woman might be like, yeah, I just gave it to him and he didn't know how to act. You know what I mean? Instead of I gave myself to him and he didn't know how to act. You know, just like us. You know, I gave it a D and she don't know how to act. Instead of, yo, I got up in there. Instead of it, I got up in there and she didn't know how to act. No, it's it. It's the D. It's the P. You feel me?
Right.
So this is one of the issues because you're always going to end up. It's like you ever seen racing and they just going around a track and you just like, yo, this is so stupid. They just going around in a circle. Well, so does basketball. They just go back and forth up around the court. Right. Football, they just go up and down. You know what I'm saying? So we are actually totally okay with just going up and down the court with a guy or a woman. You know what I mean? But that's all we're doing. We're not getting anywhere. We're just going around in a circle or going from one basketball goal to the other basketball goal, other end zone to the other end zone. But when it comes to us, it's not a sport. We're not playing a football game or a basketball game, or we're not running around in a circle in the car. We're people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So does that help? Give you some clarity?
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate the feedback. It's lagging a little bit on me.
Oh, it's lagging? Okay, gotcha. Okay, but I just wanted to give some clarity to you. And I'm glad you came up as a guy so women can see that this happens to men and women also.
Right.
But all right, man, I appreciate you tapping in because I know you said it's lagging.
Yeah, thank you for your time. I definitely appreciate it. I'm gonna watch the rest of the.
All right, cool. All right, man, appreciate you.
All right. Gotcha.
All right, so that is number one, y'all. I gotta switch the speaker to headphones because they won't be able to hear. Okay, so that is number one. Number one is you're operating in your role self instead of your real self, and you're divvying yourself out in parts. One man can get this part, and another man can get this part. And the problem is that's not natural. That's not how it's supposed to go. You give one man the whole thing, not all at the same time, but you got to be your whole self. You can't be giving away one part of you to this person and then give away another part of you to another person. That's just not how life goes. You can do it, but you ain't gonna get nowhere doing it. You're just gonna find yourself in these stupid situations over and over and over again. So that is called operating in your role self. And it started most likely in your childhood, where you had to perform in some type of way, or be nice when you didn't want to be nice, or shut up when you wanted to talk, but your mom silenced you and made you feel like you weren't worthy of somebody talking to you or you talking to them, and you just stay quiet. But you don't want to stay quiet. You got a lot to say. So then you're, as a grown woman, you got a lot to say over here. You talk your friend's ear off, but when you get with a dude, you don't talk at all because you go into your role self, because you don't want to let this guy go. You don't want this man to leave you alone or whatever, right? So that's number one. Number two is you have a nasty defense mechanism. Instagram, YouTube, put in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you have a nasty defense mechanism. Do you have a nasty defense mechanism? See, a lot of you may not even notice it, but you have a nasty defense mechanism. When somebody triggers you inadvertently, when you talking to somebody, y'all good, you so happy, you so nice, you so feminine, or a guy, you so cool, you so you're a gentleman or whatever. But the second somebody triggers you in some type of way, that person says something that you totally don't agree with, or that person just instead of you just leaving that person alone, you get defensive and you want to say something mean to the person. Somebody said, what do you mean by that? Well, that's what I'm explaining now. When you are dating somebody, this person was raised differently than you, y'all might have a couple of things in common, but y'all are getting to know each other. And as you start getting to know the man or the woman, they may trigger your abandonment issues by not texting you back or not calling you or whatever, right? They may trigger your insecurities. You might show up in a really nice dress and he don't say nothing about it or whatever, but you might catch him looking at another woman and you got your best dress on. Now your insecurities are triggered, right? I remember one time, I was out on a date with a woman that I was cool. I was dating, it was cool, right? And she thought I was looking at the waitress's butt, but I was looking for the waitress who had our table, and it was like 3 waitresses, and I was just looking at them trying to see, and they all had their backs turned, and I was trying to figure out who was who, right? So I'm staring at them in a way, trying to see, look at the back of their head. Does she have a ponytail? Like, I'm trying to figure out who is who. And she's like, so you just going to stare her butt right in my face? I triggered her insecurities. I'm not looking at her. I'm looking at her whole body, trying to recognize to see if that's the one that had our table. So next thing you know, she's like, you know what? Take me home. You're disrespectful. So I was like, okay. So I just took her home. And we were supposed to go to the movies that night. So I took her home and I just went to the movies by myself. So the next day, she called me and was like, you said this, you did that. I was like, man, look, man, I ain't got time for all that. This is a new day. This is a you problem right here. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You thinking I'm looking at a darn waitress, but I ain't got time to be arguing with you about that. So she was like, so we still want to go. We want to go to the movies tonight? I'm like, oh, I seen the movie last night. And she goes nuts. She's like, what? You did this and you did that? You went to the movies without me? Just going crazy. I'm like, yeah. What do you expect them to do? She goes nuts. Says all kinds of mean stuff or whatever. You did. You ain't this and you ain't that. Just going off on me. I'm like, bro, what the? Well, I ain't say bro, but I'm like, but I'm thinking to myself like, okay, here we go. Here we go. This bull crap. And I'm looking at her as a totally different person because she was so nice and she was so sweet, but not anymore. And that right there was an example of her role self and her real self. Her real self was the triggered, hurt, insecure little girl that came out once I went to the movies on my own. Why can't I go to the damn movies by myself? Like, you're not my wife. You know what I mean? Hold on. Yo, Dave, come over to YouTube. Dave, come over to YouTube and jump on here with me. Just go to MrLetGo on YouTube and I'll drop the link and you can come up over there. And everybody else, go over to YouTube. MrLetGo on YouTube. What up? Yeah, just go to YouTube, look for MrLetGo, and go in the chat. Just say I'm here, and then I'll drop the link and I'll have you come over here. Bet. All right, cool. And everybody on Instagram, go over to YouTube, MrLetGo. What's up, Paris? Go over to MrLetGo on YouTube. Hold on, maybe she thought you really went with someone else. Well, no, I don't think that was it. She was just offended that all right, there go Dave right there. No, she was just offended that I had the audacity to go to the movies without her. You know, like she's somebody. We just dating, you know what I'm saying? We just starting. All right, look, Instagram, go over to MrLetGo on YouTube. I just gave you number one, the 5 reasons why a man doesn't want you. I did number 1, which is you operating in your role self. Number 2 is you have a nasty defense mechanism. And number 3 is something that you have to go over to YouTube, MrLetGo on YouTube, and watch. So right now, you got 10 seconds to go over, and I'm gonna cut this off because I got my guy Dave over here, and I want to pay attention to this screen. What's going on, man?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, that's nice, man. My cousin, he's a streamer like us, and he did YouTube a while back. So this is dope, man.
That's what's up.
What made you do the YouTube versus IG?
I've been doing YouTube for a year, but overall, man, I was getting paid to be on Instagram when my page was up, right? Yeah. 88,000 followers, and when I got when they deleted my page, I'm starting on this new page. I ain't getting paid from it. Yeah, I get paid to do content on Instagram. I mean, on YouTube. So now I'm slowly, because I got badges, but badges don't really pay that much. But yeah, YouTube is it. So everybody on Instagram, I'm cutting this off. Go to MrLetGo on YouTube if you want to hear 3, 4, and 5 reasons why he doesn't want you. So go to MrLetGo on YouTube right now. Hold on, bro.
How's my volume? I know it's I'm out here. It's kind of, they got music in the background.
No, you good.
Okay, word.
You good. All right. So what do you think about the first 2?
Give me the first 2. I came in on the second one, so give me the 2 bullets real quick.
Okay. The first one is as a man or a woman, one of the reasons why the opposite sex doesn't really want you is because you're operating. You separated your genitals from yourself. So one woman or one man, depending on who the person is, depending on who they are, they get the sexual you, or they get the gentleman you. Or if it's a woman, she having sex with her ex, or she having sex with a dude that she don't really care about, and she's out here dating guys, and another guy is just dating her and is falling in love with her, not even knowing, unbeknownst to her, is another dude over here just banging her back out.
Yeah.
and she's acting like a good girl. And men do the same thing. And this is one of the biggest issues with us, I think. We don't look at us having sex. We look at us and this and that instead of us. We're not having sex with a woman, she's getting a D. Or the woman isn't having sex with a man, she don't gave him some.
Yeah.
So
I agree
that's
with
number
that.
yeah, and that's number one. And the number two is kind of simple. You have a nasty defense mechanism.
Yeah. When I came in, I heard that one. I had an experience years ago because I got a girl now. Happy to say that. You know what I'm saying? But years ago, man, I was out with a girl, met her at a club, had a couple of text conversations, and we met up for drinks and food. Well, we met up for drinks.
Yeah.
So I ate before I got there, and that day I had something simple, man. I had Chipotle. I ain't feel like really eating no dinner like meal, so I had Chipotle. So
Yeah.
we meet at the place and we start to have drinks, and the first thing she says is, "You should have the turkey burger." I'm like, "No, I just ate." She said, "Oh, what'd you eat?" So I had Chipotle. And the first thing she said was, "Why you eat Chipotle?" Because I wanted Chipotle. She's like, "That's not good for you. And if you want to get fit, you know what I'm saying?" And I'm like, "Well, I never said I wanted to get fit. I'm fine with how I am. But, I can stand to tone up. I ain't mad at the statement. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
but I'm not hungry. I ate." So she was like, "You shouldn't be eating Chipotle. You need to eat turkey burger." So she proceeds to order the turkey burger.
For you?
I don't know who she ordered it for, but I looked at her and said, "Yo, I'm not gonna eat the turkey burger. I'm full, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
having some wine." And she's like, "Well, why are you drinking wine? You should have." And I'm like, "Yo, why are you counting my calories?" Like literally. Now she was fine. I ain't gonna front. She was extra fine.
Yeah.
But I'm like, "Yo, what are you?" My bad. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I get you. You good. And
My bad.
everybody make sure to hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button.
I
It's
can't
11
hear. Can you hear
o'clock.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, I can't hear you. I'm gonna bounce out and come right back.
All right, cool. All right, everybody hit the like button. I know it's 11 o'clock at night. What time is it? 11:43 at night. So this is probably a different audience. So I need everybody to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right, so hold on. Let me drop the link back in here just in case he can't find it. Oh, there you go. All right. I want to hear this story. All right, go ahead, bro.
All right. So I'm like, "Yo, why are you trying to order food?" And she's like, "You should get healthy. And if you're going to be with me, I want my man fit and healthy." Bro, this is our first. We met out at a bar, got her number and all that. And this is the first time we're meeting up. So I'm like, all right, I ain't okay. And so we started to talk, man, and everything is very critical. She says, "I'm Jewish." She said, "I'm a Pentecostal Jew." Now, anybody knows me knows I'm a Christian. And I said, "Now, wait a minute. The Jews don't believe in Jesus as a savior. How are you Pentecostal and Jewish?" And she said, "I didn't come here for you to browbeat me and judge my faith." And I'm like, "Yo, wait a minute. I'm trying to understand what you're saying."
Wait. I got a question for you, Dave.
Yeah.
Why in the world are you negotiating with her? You didn't put her in the "I'm just going to smash this chick" in category and just agree with her and become your role self, because that's what I would have did.
You know why? Because I can't do that.
Whether right or wrong, right then I would have looked at her like, "Oh, okay, she ain't nobody I want to really entertain, long term. So I'm just going to become my role self, and I'm going to be like, oh, tell me more about you being a Pentecostal Jewish."
Pentecostal Jew, yeah. So my thing was this,
I'm
bro.
my role self now.
See, I don't know. I don't think I have a role self, or at least if I do, I consciously try to avoid doing that. I try to always be, who I am. So I'm analytical. So I'm trying to understand, what is this woman talking about? And the more the conversation goes, the worse it gets. And I'm trying my best to not argue with her and all of this, man. But
at this point, do you want to have sex with her, or do you want to just get up and never call her again? Which one of the two?
I'm leaning towards getting up and never calling again. You know,
Okay.
because in the beginning it was like she fine. Let's see
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
As the conversation went, I'm like, oh nah, man. So check this.
Okay.
Check this. The turkey burger comes.
Okay.
She starts putting mustard on it, ketchup on it, cutting it up. Mind you, we're talking this whole time, and the talk is becoming more and more, I guess, contentious.
Mm-hmm.
And she's, putting condiments on this damn burger. So as she's making the burger and cutting it, I'm looking at her. I said, yo, I'm not eating that damn burger. Like, I don't know. She said, you're going to try the burger because I got you the burger. I said, I don't want the burger. And she's like, see, that's your problem. You don't want no woman to help you.
Yo, she don't hit you with that's a problem.
Yo, I said, listen, that's your problem. You trying to help a nigga that didn't ask you for no fucking help. I didn't need that help.
No cussing.
Oh, my bad. I forgot.
Go ahead.
So I'm like, you trying to help a man that don't need help. I didn't ask you for a turkey burger or to get into my fitness or to get into my finances.
Right.
She's like, well, where you live? And I told her. She said, you rent or you own? I said, I'm renting. She says, why aren't you owning? You've been in Los Angeles X number of years. You should have a condo by now. I said, all right, you know what? This ain't going nowhere. So I said, you know what? She said, well, I don't like this. You judging me and blah, blah, blah. I said, you judging me. She said, we can just get the check. I said, get the check. So the check comes and the lady's like, well, I hope you don't expect me. I said, look, I'll pay. I got my own food. So look, I said, just leave the check. I paid for my wine. I paid for the turkey burger. The girl gets up and we get the thing to go. Now, as we leave, she gets in a Maserati, right? Mm-hmm. And back then, I was in an Infinity. Mm-hmm. She gets in a Maserati. She fine as hell. She gets in a Maserati. She pulls off, and she's like, I guess you might want to eat that turkey burger now that you say I'm in a Maserati. I said, I can care less about your Maserati. That I'm not interested. I don't care what you drive. I don't care what you do. This is going nowhere. Yeah. So I get in my Infinity. I go home. Now, mind you, I still got the turkey burger. Check this out. The next morning, right? I have stuff to do, and I'm like, oh shit, the turkey burger. I put the turkey burger in the microwave. I heat it up. MrLetGo. Yeah, that was the best fucking turkey burger I ever had in my life.
Cussing, man. Stop cussing.
My bad, brother. That was the best.
It was the best turkey burger you ever had,
bro. She wasn't lying. The turkey burger was fire.
Did you tell her?
She wasn't lying. No, we never communicated.
Bro, you gotta at least tell her, like,
nah,
bro,
no.
You wrong for that. You could have been like, yo, I just want to let you know that turkey burger was fire.
Listen, once you cross me, you don't get access. So no, access was cut off. So, but I laugh because, this is one of those people that had a nasty disposition from the beginning. Mm-hmm. It turned me off immediately. I didn't even want to have sex after that. Yeah. I didn't want to pursue. I didn't want to be a friend after that. Mm. And even though she was right about possibly the fitness, even though she was right possibly about the turkey burger, it turned me off. So no matter what she said after that, it wasn't gonna flow with me. So yeah, a nasty disposition will make a man not want a woman. And the other thing, I don't know if this is one of your points, but a woman that's not open.
Okay. Okay.
If a woman's not open, if she's closed off, if she has been hurt by men, or she hates men, or she's super defensive because she's been hurt before, that'll make me not want to press through all of that. Mm-hmm. Because there are women out there that have dealt with their pain, that aren't hurt, and that are open and have a happy disposition and are healed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's one of your points, but I wanted to bring that up too.
No, that wasn't, but that was a good point. So it was a video that I did. I don't know if you've seen it. Is a woman saying, "Dear future husband, I've been through all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to talk back, and I'm not going to listen, but it's because I've been through everything, and I want you to live." And I was like, "Dear future wife, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere and get some therapy, you ain't going to find me ever or any other future husband." So
yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, I agree, man, because what people got to understand is in 2022, man, there are people that are working on themselves. Mm-hmm. There are people, like you said, that don't want to give the representative anymore. They don't, they want to be genuine. Mm-hmm. And, whatever we did in the past when we were younger, that's the past. Right. The thing is, have we grown? Have we developed? Have we matured? Are we being honest with ourselves? And I don't know if you said this either, but yeah, you did. You said people are coming in as a body part instead of being a whole person.
Yeah.
You know, if
You either
you're
got a half
not,
person or you got their body part. See, that woman right there, she would have been a body part, and
yeah,
she would have gotten my body part, and she wouldn't have gotten my whole person.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. And it's like if you're not dating with intention, then all you're gonna get is just randoms.
Mhm.
So if you don't want a husband, if you don't want a wife, if you don't even want a long-term relationship, the people that are going to show up in your life are going to be temporary. You're going to treat them temporary, and you might become temporary to them because all it is a body part or a situation or a fling or a
Mhm.
thing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
When I started dating with intention, that's when people with intention start showing up.
hmm
You know,
And
so
the
I.
and the issue is, especially with women, men too, though. How many situations we gonna keep being in? How many people we gonna have sex with? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many?
Yeah,
If you don't fix your crap, this is just gonna keep going. How many people actually don't want you? You
yeah,
know, if you just think about, I'm talking to the women and the men, mainly the women though, because y'all the ones who want to get married. We want to get married too, but we could just marry somebody tomorrow if we want to.
yeah,
We ain't gonna be happy, but we can. Um, but how many of these 6 month to 2 year long situations you're gonna allow yourself to be in because you haven't gotten therapy, you haven't gotten coaching, you haven't fixed your stuff, and you still got the same attitude. You keep blaming men for everything. Like at some point, you're gonna be like 47, looking stupid, wondering what just happened in your life.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
like that woman you went out with, I'm quite sure that either one or two things happened. She met another you that just up and left, or she met another me, or she met a me who just turned into their role self and leaned right into the situation
yeah,
and had a sexual relationship with a woman. Because I'll tell the woman up front, like, yo, I like you, but you're a butthole. So I don't really see this going well because you got this attitude that, but I'm not an arguable person. So I like you, so we can keep going. But I'm just letting you know you a butthole. And I'm sure your mama don't told you, your auntie don't told you, and she probably gonna laugh like, hey, yeah, everybody said, yeah, I got a little attitude. I'm a little feisty. Okay, I'm
right,
cool with the feisty, but I'm
yeah,
just letting you know that I don't do feisty, so we can hang out, but this ain't gonna be nothing. And she's gonna have a whole understanding, but we can do whatever we want to do. You know what I'm saying?
got a question for you.
Yeah.
So at this point in your life, are you still okay being your role self and having something temporary? Or are you looking for something a little more substantial? Or it depends on the woman.
I'm looking for something more substantial. So I'm moving out of that because you know,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm moving out of that. I'm see, to me, as a man, I don't get my mind or brain or my emotions doesn't get fuzzy over here where I can't focus on wanting to meet somebody else. So if I'm smashing this girl and she come over every two weeks, or she in and out of town, she come over, or we meet up or whatever, I go see her or whatever, that isn't going to affect my pursuit of a wife.
yeah, yeah.
Because men, not saying men are so different than women, but one of the things that makes men different from women is we can have sex with somebody and then still be focused on this. A woman can't. She'll try, but she's just going to fail at it.
You know what's funny, man? I had a woman tell me last year before I got with my girl, she said, how can you focus on me when you're still dating other people?
Now,
Right?
if I got somebody that I'm focusing on, the girl that I'm just smashing, she just disappears.
I agree with that. And I said to her, I said, hey, you know what? I feel you on that. And I said, but I'm not gonna focus on you only until I'm sure that this is something that I want and something I want to pursue. If it's just getting to know you and it's in the beginning stages, my bad. I said if it's just getting to know you and it's in the beginning stages,
Mm-hmm.
don't expect me to focus only on you.
Right.
And there was one particular female that couldn't handle that. She didn't like it. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, you talking to somebody else?" Because she hit me up on a Friday, and I said, "Hey, I'm out right now. I'll hit you later." And I didn't hit her until later, right?
Yeah.
And then she was mad, like, "Oh, you want a date?" I said, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, so you dating people?" And I'm like, "Yeah, aren't you? Like we're literally just talking for about a week or
Mm-hmm.
two. I
Yeah.
don't expect you to be exclusive. I hope you don't expect me to. We
Mm-hmm.
weren't on that level. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
so she didn't like the fact that I was honest about me still being single.
Mm-hmm.
Now where I'm at now in life is about 2 years ago I decided I'm not gonna find a significant relationship if I keep entertaining situationships because
Yes, I
I
was just
I
about to
gave
say that.
yeah I had to give up. I had to realize I'm putting single energy out. I'm
Yeah.
not putting relationship energy out because I was just busy, dating
Mhm.
whomever was in front of
Yeah.
me. Once I cut that off, significant people started to show up,
Mhm.
and now I'm in something significant. You know what I'm
Because I
saying?
want you to think about this just from a woman's standpoint. Women's starts dating you, right? She already think all men just wanted sex, or men are just sex, right? So now y'all are liking each other and you're having sex with other chicks, right? Isn't that gonna affect her in one of two different ways? One, she may feel like she don't want to have sex with you at all because you out here having sex with other people. And two, the opposite, she may feel compelled to want to have sex with you earlier than she wants to compete with who you having sex with so she can get you. Both of them is hurtful, right?
hmm hmm Yeah, especially if that's someone that I might like. So
Mhm.
like you said, if you like them and want to pursue them, then you kind of have to start cutting people off at some point
Yeah.
because you want to show them, yo, I'm not playing games. I'm serious about you.
Yeah.
But then too, if you've been having fun for a year and then you meet that woman and she's like, oh, when was the last time you was in something serious? And you're like, man, it's been a minute, but I've been hanging out. She could pick up on the fact that maybe you might not be ready. So I had to learn, let me stop playing games out here if I really want something because again, my energy was translating that I'm not too serious, you
Mhm.
know. And when I
Yeah.
started becoming more serious options showed up, and
Yeah.
then you could actually build and develop because y'all both on the same page.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So number three. I ain't gonna go over them. Number three. Okay. So is more people in here. And make sure to drop a super chat and make sure to hit the like button. So I need each one of you to do both. Hit the like button and drop a super chat. All right. So the 5 reasons why he doesn't want you. The first reason was you have separated yourself from your poom poom, and your ex is getting only your poom poom and not your heart. And the new guy is getting your heart, but not your poom poom. And you can't necessarily move, forward having two different body parts, your heart and your poom poom, in two different houses or something. So that's the
Right.
first one. And the second one is um you have a nasty defense mechanism and you spaz out on somebody when you feel like they hurt you, but they didn't hurt you. They just triggered something that was already there. And next thing you know, you spaz out on a new guy that you dating because you thought he was going to do or say this. And now you got to start all the way over because you don't ran him off. Number three,
Right.
number three is you don't see us men as helpful. You just see us as utility, whether it's money, you want to and I'm not saying us individually, you just see men as some type of utility. You don't say, yo, I want a husband, I want to be with somebody that I can love and that's going to love me. You just say, I want a man because I'm lonely, or I want a man because I'm tired of just being out here single, and I want to have sex on because a lot of women, and I'm blowing y'all, I'm gonna bust y'all bubble right now. A lot of you women, y'all are only in relationships simply so you can have condomless sex. You don't even really want the man. You just want condomless sex. You want to be out. You don't want to be out here spreading yourself or thin and stuff. You don't want to look or feel like you're a hoe. You tired of wearing condoms. So you want to find one guy that you can have sex with, call him your boyfriend, and y'all can take the condom off. And when you checking his phone and checking to see what he's doing, it ain't that you worried that he's messing with somebody else. You just don't want him to mess with somebody else because y'all having condomless sex. And you don't want to start over with a new guy starting all over. So you just want to have condomless sex. So that's a certain part of utility also, because if you are operating with just a utility in mind and not a whole man, a whole relationship, or a husband in mind, you ain't going to listen to him. You're going to be arguing with him. And he's not going to feel like in any kind of way that he can or is leading you, because he's not there for that. What you think about that?
Yeah, I agree, man. Utility is like they're there for what you can do with your hands, not for what your heart provides or what your
Yes.
personality or your mental. They're there for what you can do for them. Condomless sex, vacations,
Vacations.
a tool guy, your handyman,
Yep.
companionship. I'm lonely, so
I
I just
hate the
want somebody I can,
companionship stuff, bro.
you
Like,
know.
I just want a companion. I'm not a dog.
Right, right. I told somebody one time, yo, do you want to get married or do you want to marry me? Because I felt like she
Yes.
wanted to marry me because I was the next guy up
Right.
that was interested. And it's like
Or
you just
she
taking the
getting
first
old
train coming.
and her options are minimal. So like, he'll do. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, do you really want Dave or do you just want the next man coming? And
Yeah.
Dave happened to be the next one that showed up that showed
Mhm.
some interest. So yeah, utility, I agree with that
Yeah.
100%. Yep.
Because sometimes, even though marriage is a beautiful thing, to some women, like you said, marriage is a utility. I just want to get married. Like I just lost a great friend that we messed around too, because somebody married her. But guess what? She didn't want to marry him. She just married him because ain't nobody else trying to marry her.
Wow. Some people want a father for their kids. Some people honestly just want kids.
Some people just want kids. Yep. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you're used for kids instead of, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's something that keeps a lot of men single, because just looking at what other people are going through, I'm happy that I'm single. I want to settle down. I want to find a wife, you know what I'm saying? But I could see that I dodged some bullets. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm starting to
Yeah.
look at, either my choice of women or either the women that I've dated. I'm kind of glad we aren't together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you realize, like you said, I dodged a bullet, because when you really start seeing why they're there, you realize they're not really there for you. They're there for the opportunity, or like you said, the
Mm.
utility. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They're there for what they can get out of the situation. I talked about it on my show one time. I don't like transactional relationships. I
Yeah.
don't want to feel like I'm dating a stripper or I'm dating, a prostitute. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to feel like you, you you only want what I can provide.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not providing it, you don't want me no more. Whatever that
Right.
provision is. I don't want to feel like that. I want to feel like
Right.
I'm building something. And I want to feel like somebody's with me whether I'm successful or not. I want them to
Mm-hmm.
say, you know what, I like you. I like Dave. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
dope. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's gonna make you as a man say, all right, this is a person I can pour into, I can build something with, I can teach and I can learn from, because they're there for the right things. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just don't rush a man. Take your time, and don't make it all about a transaction. It's not
Mm-hmm.
Of course, marriage has a utility. Of
Yeah.
course, dating has purpose, and utility, but it's not just for what that person brings or provides. It's also for who they are.
Yeah, we're not figures or symbols. It's like the people who put you know I have a warning dog in the yard and you ain't got no dog. Or it says what uh house protection system, or what, you know what I'm saying? Home security system, and you ain't got no home security system. Like, it's just a figure. It's a sign. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing there. There's no dog and there's no security system. You just stuck a sign in the yard. I don't want to be your sign. I'm happy, because I'm with him.
Yeah.
But
It's like you're a prop.
you really ain't happy. You just are not lonely. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. They use you as a prop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Instagram posts, girl, I'm with my
Instagram
man.
posts.
Girl,
Yeah.
we went here. Girl, ooh. And it's like you're just the provider, especially if you're paying for that stuff. You're just the guy that facilitated their lifestyle. You're
Yes.
just a prop.
Yes.
Same thing with a guy that marries a woman as a trophy wife. You
Yeah.
know, look, I want my wife to be a trophy, but I'm not marrying her to be a trophy. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like, I want her to be cold blooded and everything, but that ain't the reason why. That ain't the only thing. Beauty and
Mm-hmm.
being fine ain't the end all be all.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, and neither is good poom poom. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next is, you refuse to affirm men because you weren't affirmed as a child. You refuse to see him because you're steady looking to be seen. What do you think about that?
Wow. Yeah. Yes. Women that don't value a man, that can't affirm him, that can't be supportive, that can't be your cheerleader, that
Mm-hmm.
isn't really in your corner because they too into themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're too busy self-promoting and self-protecting, and self-preserving to be self-sacrificing.
Yes.
And it's like that's not attractive. There's women out there that are so fine, but all they're into is who they are and what their image is, and
Mm-hmm.
how you can help that, and sometimes how you can feed their ego.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang, if I came off like that, you call me a narcissist. If
Mm-hmm.
I came off like that, you call me, full of myself. Who does he think
And
he is?
she'll sacrifice as long as it goes towards her agenda of looking like a strong woman. Because a strong woman has to sacrifice. A strong woman has to be in a situation where she has to be strong. So she'll sacrifice for you as long as it makes her look like a strong woman or this revering woman or whatever. You know what I mean? But she's not
Yeah.
really doing it for you. She's doing it for her own agenda so she can look and feel like and be seen like this strong, amazing, revering woman.
Yeah, it's an image. They're putting forth an image, and
Uh-huh.
they're more concerned about their self-image and their public image than they are with building the relationship. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I agree with that. That would make me not talk to her. If I
Yeah.
see someone that's so into themselves and they're not about me and they're not about us, because look, it's her, it's me, and it's us.
Yeah.
If I'm coming in supportive of her, if I'm coming in providing whatever I can, if I'm coming in being part of the team, I want her to be part of the team. I
Yeah.
don't want her to be like, you're on my team,
Mhm.
but I ain't on yours.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So nah, that don't fly for me.
Mhm. Yeah, that's 100%, because a lot of times men and women, um, they don't really care about you. They just want all of these different things, utility, they want to feel a certain kind of way. And you as a man, she ends up looking at you as her competition, where she can't affirm you because she wasn't affirmed. So it's like, I'm not going to give you something that nobody never gave me. So every time you do something, she's not supportive. She doesn't give you the feeling of like, oh my God, that was amazing. because nobody ever gave her, oh my God, that was amazing. So she doesn't give that to you because she doesn't feel right giving something to somebody that she never got because she's selfish.
She's selfish, and she's never taught how to be a giver. She's never taught how to celebrate someone else. And it's low key hating, and it's low key, it's low key jealousy, man. I don't I don't like women that compete. And it's like I've told women in the talking stage, like, hey, you ain't got to compete with me. Like it's not a competition. First and foremost, you can't compete with me because I can't compete with you. I'm never gonna be a better woman than you are, and you're never gonna be a better man than I am.
Facts.
Like, can we just stay in our lane and be our own role and be who
Bro,
we
why
are?
can't women stay in a lane, bro?
It's hard for some of them, man. It's there's a lot behind it. I understand independence, and I understand never having seen a good man. I get it. I'm not saying that people don't go through stuff, but
Yeah.
it's no excuse, man. At some point, we've got to all grow and mature. We
Yeah.
can't be in our 30s and 40s acting like we teenagers. We
Exactly.
have to mature. We have to grow.
Yeah.
And past failed relationships aren't an excuse to keep failing at the same relationship the same way. You should learn from your past.
Mm-hmm.
All of us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You should learn. So yeah, listen, man, women that and listen, we're both content creators. Someone may say, "Oh, he has a level of success. I he's got thousands of followers. If I get on his show, if I get on his page, he's gonna grow my thing. I'm gonna look better because." And it's like, baby girl, don't deal with me just because you think I got something or because you think I gotta follow me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I work hard to get my little couple of followers I got. I don't expect you to act like you want to be with me because you just want my audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't like people that compete. It's like, be yourself, and you're gonna shine for who you are. In a relationship, man, don't compete with me. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. So number 5, we on number 5 now. There's 2 parts to it. The first part, we're just gonna make it 5 or 6 because I wanna talk about this last one too. So the next one is you aren't hearing him, so you don't understand his love language. Partly because you don't care. Okay, as a woman, you don't really care, and you're not hearing him. So, and this love language thing is very important. Say, what's your love language, Dave?
My primary love language is physical touch, but I found out recently I'm in a tie with that one and words of affirmation.
Okay.
Physical touch and words of affirmation.
Okay, my main love language is acts of service, right? And words of affirmation, I think, is the next one, right? So what's going on, L. Nixon? What's going on? So I feel needed and loved when I can do things for you, right? And I feel love when you do things for me. So if I say, I ain't ate all day and you bring me some food or you come over and cook, acts of service, right? And that is how I feel loved, right? But if you never hear me or if you never pay attention to the things that I say and do and just how I operate and whatever, you're not going to know that, right? And say her love language, what's up, Kimberly? Say her love language is quality time, right? And I know her love language is quality time because I'm listening. So I'm over there all the time. I'm spending time with her. She's over my house all the time. And we're getting a lot of quality time in, right? But she doesn't hear my love language. So she's this independent, I don't need no help person. So I might call her when she's at home. Hey, you need anything? Want me to bring something? No, I'm good. No. Hey, or say her car needs issues with her. Yo, let's do this. Take my car and I'll drive your car and I'll go take care of it. No, what? No, you're not driving my car. Okay. And little things keep happening like that where I just don't feel of service to her Next thing you know, I end up pulling away because I don't feel loved. And now she's just like, yo, why is these dudes playing games? Why don't nobody want me? Because you ain't listening. You're not paying attention to certain things, certain idiocracies of men and women you're not paying attention to. And if you don't pay attention, or either just ask the person, what is your love language? You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm gonna know by paying attention to you. I'm gonna study you because I want to be helpful to you. I want to see what you need, what you're lacking, what you're good at, so I can fill in the gaps. Because as a man who has a love language of acts of service, that's my job. It's like I'm your Ford truck. Like, give me something to haul for you. You feel me?
Yeah, and on top of it, you've shown interest. You know, you're paying attention and you want to add to her life. She's not letting you. She needs an oil change. You say, hey, babe, let me change your oil, or let me take it to get changed. And she's like, I don't need you to do that. I know how to change my own oil. I got a mechanic. My daddy does this for me. And it's like, I mean, I feel you, but don't get triggered because I'm offering to help. This is my love language. You know, I was in a love language where I'm showing affection and she's like, get off me. You just want to fuck. I'm like, no, I just want to hug you.
Don't cuss. It's okay.
That's a bad habit.
It's okay.
She's like, you just want to smash. And I'm like, no, I'm giving you a hug because good morning, I miss you, or whatever, right? It's not, I'm not trying to turn it into nothing, but we spoke different languages. And if she didn't pay attention to my love language, I began to feel not wanted because she wasn't affectionate. Right. But in acts of service, if she needed something, I was there. So it's like I'm giving, but I'm not receiving anything love language wise. Yeah. Look, man, I think my battery about to die on me, so I may have to cut out.
Okay, that's cool, man. So you heading out?
Finish your point.
Okay.
In about 2 minutes. Go ahead, finish your point.
Okay.
The last one.
My love language actually is acts of service and physical touch, just thinking about it. But yeah, all right. So the last one is the bonus one is, ladies, the reason why he doesn't want you is you spend too much time doing where you're this chore robot because you're actually afraid of intimacy. You're afraid of stopping. You're afraid of just breathing. Just breathe, right? Because you're afraid of giving up control. So you're so busy. You're doing this. You're doing this. You come over my house like, oh my God, let me do this. Chill. Just come sit down. Huh? No. Huh? What? Chill. You know what I'm saying?
What else she's afraid of? She's afraid of intimacy.
That's what I said. That's first thing. Intimacy, stopping, breathing, and giving up control. Yeah, intimacy was the first one.
She doesn't want you to. Maybe she doesn't want to show her feelings. Maybe she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to have a conversation. Because if you sit next to me, a conversation is going to come out. And next thing you know, you're afraid to be vulnerable in front of a man, or, you know what I'm saying? Because you got so many things going on in your life where you just want to be busy so you can look pretty, but without ever having any kind of in-depth conversations.
And it's like, for that person, a man such as us that's looking for a connection, that's looking for something more serious, we're going to get turned off immediately because it's like, why are you here? If you don't want to get to know me, if you don't want to reveal yourself and expose your heart or open yourself, if you don't want to be in a relationship, why are you in a relationship? Or why are you trying to develop a relationship? It sounds like you want to be by yourself, or you want to be single, or you don't want to expose yourself.
She doesn't want to be by herself, but she doesn't want to be intimate at the same time.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's a double negative. So, listen, if you're not by yourself, by definition, you're with someone. By definition, you're relating. That is a relationship. So how can we have a relationship, even as a business partner, as a friend? Like, look, my best friend, my homie of 20 years. If you won't call me, I don't know what's going on in your life, doc. Like, I can't give you no advice. I can't give you no feedback. I don't know what's going on because we don't talk. It ain't. Right. It's not. We ain't got no basis. So same thing. Without communication, a relationship dies. If a woman's not being open and is not showing herself to you, how am I going to ever get to know you? Why am I going to have incentive to keep revealing myself and opening up my heart and showing my emotions and telling you what I'm thinking. I'm not going to tell you I had a bad day at work and hope that you'll be able to help me get through it when you never tell me about your bad day at work. I'm good. I'm fine. I don't need nothing. I'm fine. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, come on, baby girl.
I can't stand that, man. But yeah, a lot of women, and women may say a lot of men too, but you know, I can mainly just speak for women. A lot of women are so afraid of intimacy because either they're afraid of catching feelings and getting hurt, or their mom just wasn't intimate with them, and you know, when they were young. So hugging and kissing is like, like I don't need all that. I just want sex. You can go get that, but don't be all up here. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a weird, you know, because they can be pleased physically. There's like a drug down there, but there's no drug in kissing and hugging to them. Because let me get a little deeper when it comes to this. A lot of women become more dopamine driven, which is a nut or more this, or you know, higher this, you know, like she's doing well in life. She got another degree. She's making more money. All of those are dopaminergic type of, you know, feelings. You're dopamine driven instead of oxytocin driven, which is physical touch, intimacy, love, having a baby, you know, a family. You're so dopamine driven where you don't even care about that stuff. You got a kid and you don't even hug your own kid, and your kid get on your nerves because your kid is actually getting in the way of getting more dopamine because you want to make more money or do this or travel or whatever. But you got this little kid always all in the way of your you know, search for more dopamine, and your oxytocin level is just gone.
Now, for those that don't know, whenever you have a pleasure receptor like sex, you know, or something like that, dopamine kicks off in the brain. If you get high, dopamine. If you smoke hookah like I'm doing, dopamine, right? But oxytocin is the bonding hormone. So when a mother grabs her baby that she just gave birth to and hugs her baby and breastfeeds her baby and caresses her baby, that's oxytocin. When a husband and wife hold hands, oxytocin, right? That's different than the rush or the high of dopamine. So like you said, they're afraid of connection. They're afraid of intimacy. They're afraid of oxytocin, but they're addicted to dopamine. They want to feel high. I want to feel good. Make me have an orgasm.
Euphoric.
Make me feel good. Euphoric. Buy me something. Take me on a trip. But I don't want to get close to you. Don't ask me no questions. That's just like men. That's like, I'll smash you, but I don't want to cuddle after. Women that do that, they're disconnecting the intimacy. No, they're disconnecting the sex from the intimacy. They're disconnecting the physical dopamine feeling from the bonding and oxytocin that comes afterwards, and sometimes during.
And this is what's crazy. Oxytocin is more about safety and feeling safe. Dopamine is actually the opposite. Dopamine is the more risk you take, the more dopamine you get. And of course, that's going to go into endorphins a little bit also. But sometimes, like, for example, like crypto, right? Cryptocurrency. Like, say you put a bunch of money in Bitcoin and it goes up. You're like, oh my God, woo, I just made some money, right? And then you just like, ooh, I want to put more money in it. But that's not safe. But you're like, but if I don't, I'm not going to get the dopamine rush. So I got to put more money in. But that's that's making you less safe because you still got bills to pay, and it can go down. And now you got to pay your car note and stuff. So sometimes chasing dopamine can actually cause you to feel unsafe, but you may have a pattern of being unsafe because it makes you feel good being unsafe or sneaking around or doing something you don't supposed to do, you know, living on the edge, but you're no longer wanting or craving the safety of a relationship, the safety of the opposite sex, the bonding, you know, the caress. And because you're so used to just being free, no, don't touch me, leave me alone, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, living my life.
It's like gambling.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
like
I'm saying. Yeah,
gambling
yeah,
versus investing. You know, when you
yeah.
gamble, you sit at the table, you sit at the crap table, you sit at the whatever you're doing gambling wise, you get the rush.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 21 blackjack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
pay me. You know what I'm saying? Versus dollar average investing, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
you take a little bit per check, you invest in some stable company like Coca-Cola, Tesla, or whatever. Over time, you're investing and you're building wealth over time. That's not
Mm-hmm.
exciting and sexy.
Right.
Putting in $50 a check ain't sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Versus putting $400 on a crypto or $400 on a bet and
Yeah.
then winning. See what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree 1,000%. But I don't want to lose you before my battery dies. So I want to say, man, I appreciate it. Good
All
topic, brother.
right. All right. Have a
All right,
good
man.
one. All right.
Yes, sir. Y'all follow
All
me
right.
on Dave Life TV, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
Hit
my
him
man.
up. Dave Life TV. He's a real dope dude on Instagram and on YouTube. It's the same thing, right?
Yes, sir.
All right,
All
bro.
right,
Have a
brother.
good one.
Yeah. All right, man. You too.
All right. All right. So that was really dope. So that is the 5 reasons why he doesn't want you. So I hope you guys learned something. And just for the record, for any of you ladies, I have a coaching group because, to be honest with you, I'm not going to say all 5 of these things, but we just had a conversation about a lot of this in my coaching class. We have another coaching class tomorrow and another Wednesday. So if anybody's open as a woman, women only, to being coached by a man, I need you to send me a DM on Instagram. I am underscore MrLetGo. I'm gonna have everything under this video also. So go under this video and click the link that says access all of my services, and you'll see you can book a one-on-one with me. You can join my coaching group, or you could just simply buy my course. And my course at this particular point is $37. Whether it will stay at $37, depending on who's watching this and when they're watching it, it may no longer be $37, but right now it is $37. All right, Kimberly saying recap real quick. Okay, real quick recap. Oh, but like I said, if you need any help from me, man or woman, you can do a one-on-one with me. But join my coaching group, that's women only, and my course is women only. So the 5 reasons is actually 6, but we'll say the 6 reasons why you have problems keeping a man, or why the man that you're dating, or you keep dealing with people who just don't want you. The first one is you separated you away from your poom poom. Okay, you and your poom poom are 2 totally different entities now, right? So just as an example, you are sleeping with your ex, right? You and your ex are doing a thing, and you don't really want to leave him alone because it's convenient. He comes over your house 11 o'clock at night. He knows where everything is. He just knows what to do. He has his boundaries. He doesn't talk to you about dumb stuff, but he doesn't want you, or you don't want him. But then, so that's your poom poom, right? You have a relationship with him, and he's only getting your poom poom. On the other side, you meet this great guy, and he wants to take you out, and y'all going out to eat, and y'all have so much fun together, but you ain't let the other guy go yet. Because why let him go and change things? Because you don't know where this new situation is going. So you got one guy take you out to eat, while you got another guy, he could come over 11 o'clock at night, smash, get whatever he wants, all kinds of freaky stuff, and he ain't got to pay a dime. So you got this other dude paying like $200 with you, and you got the other dude getting everything he wants from you, and he ain't got to pay a dime. So that is number one. You've separated your poom poom from yourself, and you're literally living two different lives with two different people, or maybe three different people, and you're never going to get anywhere doing that because we men can smell another man on you. Number two, you're operating in your, number two, you have a nasty defense mechanism, which means, make sure to like the video, y'all. Make sure to like the video. Like the video. Like the video. Hold on, let me see what my likes are. Yeah, please like the video. Everybody, take a second to like the video and drop a super chat also. Ain't nobody drop no super chat. I know it's late, but drop a freaking super chat. $5, $10. Come on. And all right, so yeah, get the likes up, please. All right, so next is you have a nasty defense mechanism. My man Dave, he had a pretty great example. He goes out with this woman, and she is just a real butthole, right? She is hold on, I'm trying to remember what happened. Okay, they sit down and he already ate, right? So she's like, have a sandwich. It's so good. And then he's like, no, I'm good. I ate. And she gets offended. And she's like, oh, no, you're going to eat this sandwich. And he's like, what are you talking about? She orders the man food, and he said he ate already because she was offended because he ate before he got there, right? So now she's this butthole through the whole date to a point where he just gets up and leaves. He don't want to deal with it no more. Simply because she was offended and things weren't going her way. Sometimes y'all would spaz out. Y'all would hurt a man's feelings. Y'all would say all kinds of crazy stuff to a man simply because you get upset, you're triggered, or you're offended, and you don't know how to hold your tongue. So that's number two. You have a nasty defense mechanism. 3, you don't see us men as helpful. You just see us as utility. You don't really want to marry me. You just want to get married, and I'm just the next guy up. Or you just want a man because he's tall, but he's dumb as I don't know what. But since he makes you look good when y'all are out and stuff, and he's sexy or dressed, whatever y'all like, you with him. You're with this man for utility instead of for him as an individual. Number 4, you refuse to affirm a man because you weren't affirmed as a child. You refuse to see him because nobody was ever aware enough or cared enough or loved you enough to see you. So you feel like this competition type of situation. You don't want to give a man his props. You don't want to be supportive to a man because ain't nobody ever supported you. You run around talking about, I did it all by myself. I was on my own since I was 17. I got it out the mud, all this dumb mess. Where you're at a point where when a man actually is good to you, you can't simply say, baby, I appreciate you, because nobody ever told you that they appreciate you. All right, the next one is you aren't hearing him, so you don't understand his love language. We all have love languages. And one of the reasons why people don't work out is because either both people or one of the people are not aware of the other person's love language. My love languages are acts of service, physical touch, and the third one would be words of affirmation, right? So if you're not giving me any of these 3 love languages, we ain't gonna work out. So it's simple. If you are aware of my love language and I'm aware of yours and they're not the same or they're not compatible, we don't need to be together, right? Like, as an example, if I date a woman that doesn't like talking about real deep conversation, that tells me that we ain't together, you know, because I like having conversations. I like, what is the word? I like being helpful to a woman. So if I want to get your oil change, or if I want to tell you like, yo, I don't want you getting gas at night. So let me put gas in your car now. So you won't have to get gas later. And you're like, nah, I don't need this. I don't need that. I'll take my own car. My daddy works on, you know what? You're not the right person for me because you're not allowing me to be helpful. And on top of that, well, no, that's it. And then the last one is you are afraid of intimacy. So you spend so much time running around doing stuff, having sex, just trying to please a man so y'all won't talk. And that is a no-no for a man that actually like wants to love a woman. I want to know what happened to you. I want to tell you what happened to me. You know, all of us have trauma issues or whatever, our childhood or whatever. I want to know how you grew up. I want to know like why you are the way you are. I want to know why you tick. But some of you are afraid of intimacy. You're either afraid of catching feelings, or you're afraid of getting hurt, or you don't have no feelings because the reason why you don't have any feelings because you removed your own feelings out of your heart so you won't get hurt. But either way, you don't want to get hurt. And you can't stop moving around. You can't stop cooking and cleaning and doing all this other stuff because you already know if you slow down, you're going to lose control over something. And you're going to feel a certain kind of way because you're not in control. You have this need to be in control so badly where it runs men away. So those are 6 and not 5 reasons why he does not want you. So does anybody want to come up and discuss this before I leave? I always like to give you guys an opportunity to come up. So just say me or I want to come up and I'll bring you up. I'll give y'all a few minutes. But yeah, overall, for those who are just watching this and don't know me, I am MrLetGo. And my Instagram page is right here for Instagram. But we have these conversations literally every day. I'm not on here every day, but every other day or whatever. I'm here more often. Check my content out, subscribe to the channel, and like the video. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to get y'all married, men and women. I'm tired of this single mother stuff. I want to see more marriages. I want to see more people happy. I want to see men and women understanding each other. So that is the reason why I'm here. I'm straightforward. I'm going to get on your nerves. I'm going to annoy you, but you're going to thank me at the end. I'm a coach. I help women. I help men let go of their childhood trauma, but I'm not a therapist or a psychiatrist or whatever else ish. I'm just a coach that is here to help my people. All right. So Kimberly, was that helpful? Was that a good recap? Because what time is it? 12:30. I'm about to take my butt to sleep. All right. So I will talk to you guys later, but make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you enjoyed watching it. Don't leave this video without freaking liking it. All right. Y'all have a good one.